Right, good evening, hello and welcome. The first game of 2024 has been played. Bayern win at home 3-0 against Hoffenheim. I can welcome you to today's press conference with Thomas Tuchel and Matarazzo, and we'll start with the statement of our guests. So yeah, greetings everyone here. We wanted to keep the game open for as long as possible. I think we were able to do it until the 17th minute. We weren't efficient enough to grab points in Munich today. I think that the chances were there to score at least one goal, and once we conceded that red card, the game was finished. I think it's unfortunate, but we can pull a lot of positives from this game today. And looking ahead to the game against Freiburg. Yeah, we weren't able to bring the power that we had from our practice week. Had a difficult time to get to our chances, and we're a little bit too static, too slow, too predictable, too little invested in our offensive game. So against the ball, we were very strong. We were able to win the ball very far up high the pitch, and supported well. Our distances were good in our 4-2-3-1 system. Hoffenheim with both of their wingbacks in their back five made it very difficult. We're able to we were able to win the ball back quickly, but weren't able to create chances from that. Didn't take enough risk. Not enough 2-on-2 or 2-on-3 situations that we looked for actively, but we had the full control through the first half. Used our sets game. Big shout out to Anthony Berry, my assistant coach, that has been working on the set pieces with the boys, and that certainly put the game into a great perspective. And I think then it was a lot more fluent throughout into the second half. We're able to create more chances. As you said correctly, Hoffenheim had 2 or 3 big chances where Manuel Neuer keeps us in the game. And exactly in that phase, we were able to score that decisive second goal. And with that red card, the game was done. I think the way that the players came in from the bench, both double changes had a big impact, and everyone definitely deserved to play after a great practice week like it was. And we're happy with the points, with a clear result at the end, but we'll use the next couple of days to stay on it. So hello, Mr. Tuchel. You just talked about the big chances that Hoffenheim had, that Manuel were able to save. Surely not a whole lot of goalkeepers keep those out in the Bundesliga. What do you think about his impact? And is it maybe the best form that he's had? I think, as I said, the most important part is that Manuel stays very calm and collected, and that's the way that I see him right now. And therefore, yeah, great way to be there when it matters after not having to be involved for too long. I think we don't really have to be surprised, because how many years has he been doing that back to back? And he's just such an important part of FC Bayern and also the German national team. And he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world still, so he's going to keep that, going to return to that highest level again. That'll return naturally, because his personality is just so great, and I'm very happy for him personally, and also for us in general, that is part of it, that when we accept chances that we can rely on him, and he did that tremendously well. So another question to Mr. Tuchel. It was a very special game with goodbyes to Franz Beckenbauer. And what do you think about your out defenders? Yeah, I think it was also part of the boycotts of chanting. But I think, yeah, Franz would have also wanted for us to give it our all with the support. I think one game won't be enough to remember him, but still we wanted to win that game in his honor. That was a big part of the week and the day-to-day, and there was special jerseys and warm-up dress. But the way that is deserved as well, with the big legend as he was, and one of the biggest sporting personalities of Germany for sure, and maybe even of the world, to think of him, and I think we're very happy about it. The second question was regarding right back. I said before the game got started that I think that we were able to adapt very well to grab those points throughout the season, as it was never that easy thus far, but there was a lot of things that we did so many times where you could think that it's normal to come there with 15 or 16 players instead of 18, that you maybe didn't realize that was normal again. And sometimes we just threw Upamecano in. After 6 weeks injury, he played for 60 minutes, and then Goretzka played on the fullback position. And because the performances were there, it was normal throughout that Konrad Laimer had to play right back. It seems normal, even though he is a central player, and that he was brought into the team because of that. So yeah, all the compliments go to the team there. And with Nuss out at the African Cup, and he's partially injured there as well, we're trying to improve it. We have Eric Dyer now, and we'll keep our eyes open. And you'll be the first ones to know if we have more options. But for now, we'll go to Portugal with this squad and try to improve from there. So Mr. Tuchel, Jamal Musiala was a very decisive player today. He also scored in that game against Wolfsburg in that last game. Had a difficult start to the season. What do you think? What's his next step in this year? Yeah, I think he's quick to rise to the top, because he has everything that you need to have a great career. It's very important for him to have the stats going his way, and decisive stats to go his way, to score goals, to assist goals as well. That's very good for him, and he's working very hard, putting in extra shifts as well to improve personally and to get his numbers up. And when he puts his all to it and has that work ethic, then I don't see anything that's barring him from his career. He was the best player for us today. He had that peace in his game, was very confident from the start, and we're very happy that he was decisive in that win today, and we hope that he can continue with that. It was great. So how did Flo Grillitsch adapt to his role, and is that a thing that he can continue doing, or is that just temporary? Yeah, he accepted it well. I had a talk with him the past couple of days if he could do it, and he was very open to it. And I think he did a very good job. He wasn't able to practice too much. However, he brings a great piece to the game, to be a little bit more dynamic in our own build-up. And yeah, playing that number 6 role. And he can also defend very well. He's not slow. He can be dangerous when he needs to, and he's able to coach the players besides him as well. And the other guys there definitely did do a good job, and I think that comes down to Grillitsch as well. And he's a strong player throughout, and I think he was great for us. If it's a full solution for us, we'll have to see. So, Mr. Tuchel, congratulations to the win. There was a lot of talk at the start of the season in the holding sixth position. Guerrero was in at the start. Goretzka comes in. Pavlovic comes in. What do you think about the current players on those positions? And is that maybe also a decision why you won't bring Palhinho into the squad? Yeah, as you said, with Eric Dyer, we have Leon open for the midfield. We played him in a defensive or more defensive role in the test match. So Alexander Pavlovic can also be that full alternate for that double six. So Konrad Laimer can also play that position, and we also want to give the players the minutes, and that's something that is a point where they can improve as well. And it's not just about signing players and having the quality and also the personality, but they also have to have realistic chances to play, and that is the same for everyone, and we play that double six a lot. So when it comes to defending or even building from way back, we decided for Kimmich and Guerrero from the start, but then Leon and Pavlovic did a great job throughout practice and also the recent games. So hopefully, if nothing else happens, then that's not something that we really need to add on top. We had the discussion internally and open it up because I like the characters of those players and analyzed it a lot, but Guerrero has done well in that central position, even though he is a strong left back. But the players are very similar, and that's why we play with that double six. It's no one that we usually put into our central defense. That is something that we've of course tried before, but where they're not as comfortable usually. And that's a characteristic for the players, and for those players to adapt to their strengths, and everything's good there. So yeah, we're only talking about players that are with the squad and not what's happening around. Maybe to add on top of that, Guerrero played 3 different roles, maybe even today. He was in that holding six, came forward, covered off for Davies as well. Can you maybe explain that role for him, and maybe something that he can do to get into strong positions from that? Because even though he was strong in them, but was never as involved in the game. Yeah, it comes down to everyone, not just him, that we all were missing that mobility slightly and that freedom and confidence that sometimes we need to go for a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3 situation. We didn't really do it as well as we practiced. It's not a new role for him. We always defend in that double six, and when we come further up the pitch, then Rafa can go to a number 8 or number 10 role, and that is something where he can be very dangerous in front of goal. Great to put balls through and get those crosses in. Same thing goes for Leon, so that's a good position for both of them. But today we didn't really find Rafa as well as we wanted to. But same as everyone else, he and some other players were missing some of that precision, but everything's fine. He's a great footballer. And also Leon will play that role in a similar way, so we are dangerous in front of goal, and that's something where we always want to attack with at least 5 players coming forward, and that's why we have him in that position. So thanks a lot, safe travels home, and see you soon.